Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to bring SQL Server database table data into Excel worksheet directly on a pivot table chart. Okay, so now I will show you how to bring the data. Before that, we will go and see in the SQL Server Management Studio what is the information we have it there. Okay, what we have here is the SQL Server server name, which is stated here, and also I have a database called ISRPTS. That is the database we are going to connect to, and there is a table called ISEMP. Okay, ISEMP is the table we are going to work with, which is the table which we are going to bring it to our Excel worksheet. Okay, so the table got about 4 columns: EMP ID, employee ID, name, salary, and country. Okay, this is our table, and we have about 154 rows records in the table. Okay, so this is what our SQL Server table, and we will go to Excel now. Okay, in Excel, how can I bring SQL Server database table into my Excel worksheet? Okay, what I need to do is I must go to the tab data, then go to get external data. Okay, in external data you have from other sources. Click other sources, it will pop up a menu. Drop down menu is about from SQL Server. Okay, so from SQL Server, what I need to do is I just need to bring the SQL Server connection file. Okay, I'm going to create a SQL Server connection file. Create a connection to a SQL Server table. Import data into Excel as a table or pivot table report. Okay, we are going to do it for a pivot table chart. Click on that, then it will say connect to database server, and this the wizard popped up, which is a data connection wizard. Okay, server name, it is asking for server name. Server name is nothing but it's here. Okay, server name. Okay, once in the server name, it will also ask for a credentials, your username or password. For my case, it is Windows authentication username and password. If you don't have Windows authentication, you might get username and password from your SQL Server database administrator. What is the username and password? Maybe it may be a service account, or it could be individual account. Okay, then once you press OK, then it will go to data connection wizard. The next step is select database and table. You need to select database and table. I have the database name is ISRPTS. Okay, you can connect to a specific table, or you can connect to multiple tables. Okay, if you connect to multiple tables, for each individual table it will create a worksheet and put individual tables there. So for my case, I am going to connect only to a specific table. If you enable multiple connection, you can able to connect to select multiple tables. Okay, so here I am not enabling this. I want only the ISEMP. Okay, once I connect the EMP IS reports ISEMP, then it says this is the file name for a data connection, and the description, you can give some description meaningful, not like this but in words. Okay, then you can give a friendly name, how you want to call this connection. And this is also not like this, maybe more friendly than this. Okay, and you can give some keywords to find this connection or identifying this connection, and Always attempt to use this file to refresh data. For this worksheet, if you are attempting the same file, then click OK. Then you also have authentication settings. This may be later we will discuss on that in our further videos. For time being, just leave it as in the default. If you already have a file name, the same connection file is already available, so it is popping up and telling we already have a file name, so nothing to worry, just replace it. Okay, once you replace it, it will show you import data. Select how you want to remove this data in your workbook. I want to remove it as a pivot chart. Okay, so I want to remove this data as a pivot chart. View this data as a pivot chart and put it on an existing worksheet. Yes, put it on existing worksheet. For time being, don't add to data model. We are not adding to data model, and this one also we will discuss in a separate videos, but this time you don't need to check this. Okay, press OK. Then you can see here it automatically pops out as a pivot table report and as well as pivot table chart. Okay, and all the fields available in the table. This is country, employee ID, name and salary. The same thing what we have: country, employee ID, name and salary in the table. Okay, so I'll just select all the 4 fields, or only whatever is necessary. Okay, so I'll select the country. Okay, and the number of employees. For example, it shows the sum of employee ID. Instead go to sum of the employee ID is meaningless. Just click value field settings, go here, put a count of employees. You can see here that the chart is already created for the SQLServer database table data. Okay, you can see the value of AU is 29. I'm going to reduce to 28 and see what happens. I'm doing this in database side, and UK is 13, AU is 29. Okay, and what I'm going to do is edit top 200 rows. Now AU I change it to UK, so UK should be one more and AU is one less now. Okay, UK is AU must be 28 and UK must be 14 now, because I changed it in the database level. Okay, so this is the full chart, and go to refresh data. Now you see AU becomes 28, UK is 14. So once the connection is built, whenever you change the whenever the data is changed in SQL Server level, you can refresh the data and get the new data into your chart and pivot table report. Okay, if you are not refreshing, only the snapshot of. Okay, this way you can bring SQL Server data into Excel worksheet as a pivot table chart. Hope this video is helpful to you, and see you on next video. God bless you.